As you can see now, the guys from Greenfield are here putting the artificial turf. Hopefully next week the artificial turf or the field, the playing pitch itself will be completed. The guys who are doing the total renovation of the stadium, they started 2 weeks ago. I think focus group. And that I cannot say when they will finish because they are not being paid by government. Once they receive maybe 50% or some percentage of the payment, but they started the pre-fund already. They have gone further. The advocacy is completed. The only thing that is remaining now to complete is the media prepping where the journalists exclusively where the journalists will. Other than that, the numbering of the seating capacity is ongoing. I think you can see the guys are putting the numbering. So if you buy your ticket for the 10, seat number 5, we hope and pray only in manual copy will be to us. We'll have some challenges with police, with stewards, but we want to make sure that it works because it works in other countries. We also want to make sure it works.
Okay, so you made mention the fact that probably next week they'll be done with the playing page, and you also talk about the total renovation. You don't know when it's going to complete because probably the government hasn't paid. So someone wants to know from 2015 up to 2019, it is estimated that we spent about $18 million on this SKD. From 2016 up to 2019, it's estimated that we spent about almost $18 million on the area for the renovation from Ellington up to now. So you care to tell us exactly how much you're spending now for this particular renovation?
Please, I need to clarify your 20 million first before I come to.
Go ahead, make the clarity.
In 2016, there was an agreement between the Chinese government and the government of Liberia. My understanding is that 18 million was spent in 2016, not in 2019, but we took over in 2018. That was long before we took over. Since we took over, the government of Liberia has spent close to maybe 2 million or 2.5 million. The pocket seat is 515. This artificial turf and all the geotesters, all the work with the drainage system and everything is 700 and plus. And the total renovation of the SKD, from the fencing to the internal to the exterior and everything, is 1 million. So it's less than 3 million. So the lighting system is not. No, FIFA is looking for 1.2 blocks. What we have is 300, so it is not up to the required number.
So what will you do?
Yeah, I mean the renovation is ongoing. After this phase, the next phase will be the lighting system. We have contacted the company that's working at the ATS to come and look at it. Hopefully, they will come and give an estimate. We will knock the doors of the government.
All right, so let's go back to the page. You talk about Greenfield is the one doing the page. Yeah. Which of the companies has been contracted to do the total renovation of SKD?
The company is GND.
From where?
They are from Liberia. It's a Liberian company.
And how much are they charging to do the total renovation of this area?
Government allocated 1 million. I'm not involved with the procurement because it's the PPTC involvement with the Minister of Justice and Minister of Finance with the Minister of Youth and Sports. But unfortunately, I'm in the sports department. So, but I know that there's 1 million in the budget for the total renovation of the SKD.
All right, but let's talk about this page. When is it going to be ready for our first match?
Like I said, this page will be ready hopefully this week or early next week. But our first match is Sunday. Because they will have to come to certify that the field is playable for international matches.
Some are saying
we can put this, but they have to come.
Some that you say this is about 70% zone. I'm talking about the total renovation. And you talk about the light. How much is it going to cost us to replace the lighting system at the SKD?
I don't want to guess. I don't know because it's contacted a company. The company will come and give us the estimate as to how much it will cost. And also we want to ask the government to do
the issue of
because the government have been very supportive in, like you can see, this stadium was built for Bokisi. Now we have Bokisi. Stadium, the trouble we went through with the playing pitch. Now we have artificial turf, 15 years guarantee, and the warranty is also 8 years warranty with 15 years guarantee.
So within that 8 years, just because within that 8 year, Greenfield will maintain the place, or you're gonna have some?
They would train people on the Ministry of Defense Schools to work and make sure that but there's certain things you cannot do here. Like we used to have talent show, build tank here. It never happened. If it happened, the Ministry of Defense is responsible. There's certain things that cannot be done. But other than that, if anything happens in the 8 years, Greenfield will be responsible. But you cannot take canopy and build them, then they cannot be responsible. There's certain requirements, but there's certain things that cannot be done by the host, meaning the Ministry of Defense or the government.
There's a point I'm concerned about the sports teams. They are wonderful and proud. They look unique. I mean, you have to spend that and call it that way. What mechanics are you putting in place or breaking these boxes?
That we cannot control.
So it means you're ready for
No, that we cannot control. Even at the World Cup, sometimes mistakenly people break seats. Even at the African competition. But we cannot control the violence or the way spectators will behave when they come to the field. If I stand here to give you guarantee that when spectators come to the field, they will not break the field and might be deceiving the public. But we have to appeal to the conscience of the Liberian people who will access the stadium to please be orderly. Most times after the game, the spectator will jump over the fence and come to the field. What they coming to look for, only God knows. In other countries, right after the 90-minute whistle, you take the exit. They go home. But it is the opposite in our country. So I cannot guarantee that this stadium or the seating capacity will be 100%.
Do you have some more seats left? Just in
yes, we have more than 5,000 seats left.
That's great.
So every time there's breakage, it will be replaced.
There is something again being highlighted with the issue of I see the VRB and around the VRB is uncovered, probably for the weather sake. Are you going to do the same with the other seats?
No, the other seats are plastic. They are rubber. The reason why we cover these seats is because the bird, normally we have some issues with the bird. Okay. That's why we cover it because they are not rubber. Okay. They are pure leather seats, and if it rains, it damages the seat. That's why you see them.
Okay, quickly before we take leave of you on this particular video, let's talk about the football thing. You as Deputy Minister for Youth and Sport, a lot of things have been coming, a lot of suggestions coming out for the Lone Stars of Liberia. People are saying, I think at this point you just forget about international matches and focus on the under 17 that is playing very good football, also train so that they can go to that level. I mean, what's the take on that?
I'm not sure what would my response be, but if you forget about the national teams, what happened to the under 17? Are they not national teams?
No, they talk about training, building up.
But in order to build it, if you forget about the program, so how can you build the under 17 when you forget about the program? I don't get that.
So as a minister, what do you think is the cause of the Lone Star defeat every time?
Lone Star is 154th in the world in FIFA ranking.
FIFA ranking? Yeah. How about CAF?
1 second. CAF does not have ranking. It is only FIFA. Every country in the world with 211 countries belong to FIFA. CAF is a subsidiary of FIFA, but the next country is talking about global football. Because CAF is for Africa. But CAF is their parent body is FIFA. So the way it works, it is FIFA that controls football. Like WAFU, because we come from West Africa, so the countries in West Africa put themselves together to be under the umbrella of WAFU. But WAFU is also governed by FIFA. So it is CAF. The 54 countries in Africa, they are governed by CAF. But CAF is subjected to the rules and regulations of FIFA. So normally everything that happens for football is FIFA, but FIFA sub to other countries, or like the sub-continental body.
All right, thank you for that education. Well, let's go back to the Lone Star. You talk about 154. What can we do as a country, or what have you seen of let us know every time we're defeated?
The point is, our expectation is very high as a country. Because we are not to that level. We don't have at this moment a single player playing any other club league in Europe. Morocco that we just played at Digital 2-0 have 13 players in the Champions League. Liberia have none. Our expectation must grow gradually with the basis of getting our players to that level. Morocco will play is 28 in the world. Liberia is 154.
Even though we are the oldest independent
No.
African
Football ranking does not go by your age. It goes by your performance on the football field. So it will take time for Liberia to get back there. Even during the days of Joshua, our highest ranking was 70. Our highest ranking was 70. You can do the research. Go to Google.
So your office are always trying for budgeting. We also have more program for youth and sport.
No, not youth. I'm not youth.
I mean, it's for the sport department of our country. What do you think at this point we can do to overcome to be able to help, bring our ranking down a little bit from 54? I mean, 154 we come down. What are some of the things that we need to put in place?
It's difficult. The Ministry of Youth and Sport has a ceiling from the Finance Ministry when the budgeting is around. They will tell you the Ministry of Youth and Sport is entitled to 2 million. Do your budgeting within this 2 million. So the national team is part of that 2 million. For example, if they give you seeding, you cannot go beyond that seeding because government have other priorities outside of sports. So we will try to push our case as a sports entity or department
for more budgetary
allotment. Education will also do that. The government will see necessary as to which one is the bigger priority. So we will fight to increase it, but we have other national teams. Like the amputee is going to the World Cup. Athletes are going to the competition. The championship competition. In America, they just came from Ghana and they've gone to Mauritius. So it is not only football. We have 32 sporting federations and associations in Liberia. 32. It is not just football. So if the government gave you seeding of 2 million, sometimes after 2-3 games, or after 2-3 competitions from 1 or 2 of the federation or association, 2 million is gone. So now we'll go now to talk to the finance ministry to spend on sports outside of the border. That one is not allowed by IMF or the World Bank. So most times we are appealing if the government can say sports, because sports unite people. But if we have restrictions, it's difficult for the government. We're hoping and praying that in the not too distant future, the government will consider a budget for sports a little bit higher than what it is.
And was that prompted, was it one of the fathers that prompted Liberia paying home to Morocco in Morocco? People criticize your department as Minister of Youth and Sport to have selected Morocco as your home base, and then you're also going to play Morocco. What prompted that decision?
In their home.
Chief, it is not a secret that he made this state. We don't have a home. We have been passing from one country to another, playing our home market. Spoon have been following us wherever we're going to play. Except for this Morocco thing, I didn't see any Spoon general. We don't have a home. Our first game was played in Cameroon. Is Cameroon a home to Liberia? No. Our second game was played in Ghana. Is Ghana our home? No. The best we can do as a country to make sure that this STD is qualified, or we consider building a new stadium that will have all the requirements. Even if we go to Ghana to play Morocco, or go Guinea or Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is banned. There are other 17 countries in Africa banned that cannot meet the requirements. 10 of those countries are playing in Morocco because Morocco opened doors to the rest of the African countries.
I was just about to ask you about plans to construct a new stadium.
That decision cannot be made by the Minister of Youth and Sport.
You're making that proposal?
Discussions are ongoing. Even FIFA has discovered that Africa is suffering. They want to build 54 stadiums in all 54 countries in Africa. But that discussion was hampered by COVID. So right after COVID, COVID now is subsiding. Those discussions are sure it will resume again, and will be at the highest level to make that decision. We are also discussing with other friendly nations to see how they themselves can come to help.
All right.
Build a stadium
before we take leave of you, what is your message to Liberia when it comes to the renovation of SKD? Because a lot of folks still believe that these guys are just making money, they're eating money from it. What's your message to Liberia now that you've gotten to 70%? What's your message to Liberia?
Well, this stadium belongs to all Liberians. the way we manage to upkeep this stadium, we will enjoy it for years. The way we will destroy it after one game will speak volume about Liberia. If you want to play game, it's important that we play game. We hope and pray that FIFA or CAF will approve this stadium so we can play South Africa in September. You know, for the first time in 4 years to play home match will not be an easy thing. But that will be subjected to the approval of CAF.
So are you optimistic about this place being approved by CAF? You optimistic?
Yes, up to 60%.
What happens if it goes the other way?
No, it cannot, because the most important part in football is the places that the video can show. Because video will show here, would have met the requirement. The only requirement that we cannot meet now is the electronic turnstiles. That is very difficult. 90% of the countries in Africa cannot even afford it.
What is that?
Where you go to show your ticket and it reads to allow you entry into the stadium. But the machine is supposed to read your ticket. When you hear at Wembley there are 70,000 people in the stadium, it is determined by electronic turnstile. Because if you enter, it reads to mark you number 1. So if your seat number is row 10, number 5, seat 1. If you are not on the field, that seat is empty. That's what we are trying to do, to number our seats. Okay. So that if Liberia is supposed to play South Africa, if you buy your seat for gate 1, row number 12, seat number 25,
we can't do that.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so he is the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sport.
Is the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. He's been in conversation with journalists here at the Summer Kind Sports Complex in Paisley City at Salmon River. Folks, thanks for watching. This is Focus on Liberia online television. It's been a wonderful time having you on. Thanks, and do have yourself a wonderful time from Monrovia.
So off record. Y'all came out off now.
Yeah.